Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. We're going to do things a little differently for the next couple weeks. I normally do one on Wednesday, but we're going to try this out. We're going to try 3 Nightfall guides on Tuesday. They're not going to be 100,000 point guides. I will go through how to get that done in these guides if you want to do them, but the video you'll be watching is not 100,000 point guide. And we're going to do one with each class. So we're going to do one with Hunter, one with Warlock, one with Titan. Just get everyone in there. So this one we're going to do Pyramidion with our Titan. We're rocking Solar, Singe, and Heavyweight. If you want to do 100,000, come over to your 5 of Swords. Boost this up to at least 80, if not more. I've never been able to get 100,000 points solo on the Pyramidion, just because I take too long. But I would, as hard as that's going to be, probably Solar Singe and Heavyweight, I'd keep those on. I would also probably go Momentum and probably honestly Grounded, because, or not Grounded, but Blackout. It's going to be a little rough, but you should be able to stay a good distance away from enemies, so it won't be too awful bad. But if that concerns you at all, go ahead and go with Extinguish. You definitely don't want to go with Iron this time, because the boss is going to be doing solar damage, and if you're too low light level with the handicap, it's going to one-shot you. So you definitely want to stay in that 2-shot area. Let's just be very careful of that. As far as setup goes, I went with Blast Furnace. Mine has Outlaw and Ambitious Assassin. It's not the greatest roll, but it is a really solid pulse rifle. I also went with Borealis because there are a lot of shields in this strike. No matter what you get, that's either going to be an arc shield, a void shield. Those are the 2 big ones. And with Borealis, you can switch in between the 2. And this is no longer a PlayStation exclusive, so all you Xbox and PC players should have a lot of fun with this one, because it's actually pretty good. What you want to do is match the shields with your shot. Just hold down, as you can see, holding your reload button changes this weapon's damage type. So Void, Solar, Arc. Match the shield with your bullet, and not only will you get that bullet taken from your reserves into your magazine, but then your sniper is also going to do a lot of bonus damage. So you don't specifically have to run Solar, but this thing kicks a lot of butt in this strike. And then I'm running Avalanche because obviously I can't put on Sleeper Simulant. If you don't have this, that is a little difficult. Maybe, I'd hate to say take Borealis off, unless you have a really good sniper or something that you prefer, because you are going to want something with some range. That's kind of tough, but Avalanche is really good because it's a machine gun. If you have a good, I don't want to say grenade launcher, because honestly there's not very many good grenade launchers. If you have a good rocket launcher that's solar, if something that's not, or what you could do is run Whisper of the Worm. If you have that would be a great option. I just hate losing the Borealis in there. Hard Light is another good one that gives you the same thing, but I would prefer Borealis. And then we're going with One-Eyed Mask because it's not nerfed yet. It is coming next month. Some kind of nerf. I haven't looked at what it was, so I can't tell you how good or bad it's going to be. But for right now, it's really good. And then I rocked the top tree. I would suggest the bottom tree because you will get your health regeneration as, you know, with solar ability kills. So you'll get health from that as well as One-Eyed Mask. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just rock this guide. Alright, so just ride your Sparrow and come up here. You're either going to get a Harpy or a Hobgoblin, depending on which version you get. Just switch over to Art if you get the Harpy. That way you bust the shield, get some extra damage. And we're pretty much just going to stay up here and kill everything. Everything that we can. That way we're not risking a whole lot of damage intake. Especially if you're rocking the 80, 85, 75 handicap. I just want to take out all 4 of these elite goblins. They should go down pretty quickly, even with the handicap. But once you do that, go ahead and pop on your first platform. Get these things rolling. Once you spawn in, we're just going to go ahead and jump right back out of this area, back up to the top where we were standing before. And then we're just going to shoot whatever spawns in. Again, it's either going to be Harpies or Hobgoblins sniping you, as well as 4 more elite goblins. Once you get all of them killed, hop back down and grab the other platform. If you really want to be risky, you can try doing the second platform at the same time. I wouldn't recommend it, especially not solo. But go ahead and take out everything, jump back down, hit the platform, and that time it's going to be the same thing minus the sniping enemies. You're just going to get some more elite goblins, and then once a couple of those are dead, you'll get the big spawn in of a bunch of goblins. Most of them are just normal red bar health, and then the 2 mini bosses, they're either going to be 2 elite or 2 mini boss minotaurs or 2 mini boss harpies. So just go ahead and take all of them out. If you want to, you can go jump right back up like we did in the last wave, or you can stay down there and take them out with some power ammo. It's really up to you. But once you get all them killed, we'll move on to the next section. Alright, so depending on which version of this strike you could get Taken, you could get Vex. We got the Vex version, so whichever you're doing, completion or 100,000 completion, you want to kill pretty much everything. Well, if you're doing just normal completion, you can hop on your Sparrow and ride it all the way down. I die every single time I try to do that, so I avoid doing that. And I just go ahead and kill everything. If you're doing 100,000 points, you definitely want to kill everything. Just go ahead and pop them out of the way. And then stay up here. If you got the Vex version, kill these 2 snipers before you go any further. That way they don't hit you at all. And then same here. There's going to be some more enemies. depending on what you get, Vex or Taken. It could be a little different. You might get the 2 Taken Minotaurs that'll spawn in there. They'll have solar shields, just be aware of that. And then, yeah, kill everything down here, and we'll move on into the first real section. Alright, so this room is really where Borealis really comes in handy. You're either, like whichever version you get, this is just like the best weapon for this strike. Because you're either going to have arc shields, or you're going to have void shields with the Taken, as well as solar shields with the Taken. So just be careful switching up your burns on your Borealis or hard light if you decided to rock one of those. And yeah, pretty much just stay back whichever side you get, like Taken or whatever. Just throw your grenades. You could use your super ability if you want to. If you're doing 100,000 points, I would probably hold on to it. But either way, just stay back here. It's a lot better for cover, especially if you get the Vex version, which they're going to be shooting solar at you. But if you get the Taken version, you also get the solar flames from the Minotaurs. Just keep all that in mind while you're going through. And then just be aware, with the Vex version, you are going to get, I believe it's 3 Minotaurs in this area. So just kind of take them all out from a distance. If you get the Taken version, there is going to be a spawn in the middle when you get close enough. That's going to have a big group of Taken acolytes, as well as, I think it's an elite. I can't remember off the top of my head since I didn't get that version. I can't really confirm it. It's either going to be an elite or just a Taken wizard in general, like a red bar one. I can't remember if it's elite or not, but it will be there. So just keep that in mind. Have your either your power ammo or your Borealis / hard light, whichever one you decide to use, ready for it. And then again, at the end of this section, you're going to get 2 different possibilities. Kind of just depends which one you get. They're both going to be they're both going to be Vex. You're either going to get the Harpies, which is better for just regular completions, or you'll get the 2 mini boss Minotaurs and a bunch of goblins, which is obviously a lot better for the 100,000 points, because that's more enemies to kill, more points. Either way, it pretty much rocks the same way. To either take out the 2 mini bosses first and then deal with the goblins as they're coming at you, or you can just clear the rest of this room, and then with Borealis or hard light especially, switch over to the arc, and then just watch as you pop one of their shields and pop another, pop another, pop another. You'll kill a few of them. It's really cool. And yeah, just kind of stake back into this area that I'm standing in, and you should be pretty safe. If you get low on health, obviously just run around. If you've got momentum on, run around so you get your health back and come right back, kill these guys. It shouldn't take you too long at all. Alright, so this section again, you probably want the taken version. There are more enemies, but it also keeps you from going faster, which is okay, I guess. If you're doing a completion, doesn't matter, obviously, but once you hit 15 minutes, your points are going to start decreasing, and then at 18 minutes, you're not going to get any more points. They'll just decrease. So you want to be kind of quick with it. But what you want to do is take out all these guys. They're either going to be harpies or these taken scions, mostly anyways. And just kind of take them out from a distance. Once you move up to the middle, you're going to get some more ads spawning in, so just be very careful about that. And then just come over here with your power ammo, or if you get the Vex version, you know, use your Borealis, whatever, to take out the Minotaur. And then just go ahead and come straight over here, pop this platform. There is going to be some enemies spawning in. They're going to be goblins or taken goblins, and I believe there's going to be minotaurs or taken knights. So just be very careful of that. And then obviously come running back here to take care of the all the enemies that spawn in the middle. There's going to be 2 elite either hydras or these phalanxes. I think those are the phalanxes. Might be, no, they're the centurions. Kill the centurions, kill everything in the middle, and then you want to do the bottom platform next. If you're doing a completion, do the top one first. If you're doing the 100,000, that way you'll get more points because you will get more ads spawning in with the top one than the bottom one. And also, if you get the Vex version or the Taken version, I mean, you will get an additional Vex spawning in after the third one, after the third platform, just before you go through the portal. Go ahead and take all of them out, and we'll move on into the next little room. Alright, so in here, be very careful. You don't want to get hit. Pretty much everything is going to be solar in here, regardless of what version you get. So just kind of take whatever you can out as quickly as possible. And then be very, very careful of these arc lightsaber things. I actually like to take care of this guy before I go into him. That way he can't push me back with his shield. Which will shoot like this projector thing if you don't already know. And then just be very careful. Take your time through there. You don't want to be dying there. It sucks. And then here, if you're going for 100,000 points, again, you want the Taken version. If not, you want the Vex version. Or you might want the Vex version anyways because it's a lot faster. And you're probably getting close to that 15-minute time. But what you want to do, take out the elites. Take out the goblins. Pretty much just follow what I'm doing here. Just kind of take your time. Take care of the snipers. They're both going to be there. If you get the Vex version, there's only going to be 2 total. I think the Taken version has a total of 4 hobgoblins. So just keep that in mind. And then just kind of slowly make your way forward. If you're doing 100,000 points, don't worry about this guy. The wanted enemy, he will take a lot of bullets, just like the other 2 Nightfalls. Just let him run away. Again, this is where Borealis and Hardlight come in very handy, because you can pop these guys' shields really quickly, and with the Borealis, you even get that bonus damage. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're going through. We'll go ahead and scan this first one, and then we're going to jump down to the bottom one, clear out the ads. And then we're going to come running back this way, clear out the rest of the ads, and make our way to the... you can either go left or right, doesn't matter. I prefer the right side. I don't know if that's because I'm right-handed or my brain just works from right to left for some reason. I don't know. But whatever works best for you, pick a side and slowly make your way, killing the enemies as you go along. But once you clear the third one, you start scanning the third little pillar. You will get a mini boss spawned in next to the portal. It's either going to be a mini boss Hydra or another mini boss Phalanx. Kill that as quickly as possible because it's going to do a butt ton of damage no matter what version you get, whether it's 100,000 points or just a completion. Just be very careful of that. And then once you kill him, we'll be on into the boss fight. Alright, once you get here, no matter what, you want to get this guy into the shield quickly. You don't want to be spending a lot of the time with the boss at all. Regardless, 100,000 points or not, you want to get him dead as fast as humanly possible. So what I like to do is just nail him with my super. If you're using a golden gun, make sure you got that Celestial Night Hawk on. If you're using a Titan, go ahead and throw down your thermite grenade and just power him down with your power ammo, and then come running over here and take out these goblins. And then once they're all dead, we're going to go running to the right just a little bit, and then we're going to slide across into the that little area that we're kind of looking at. That way we can just kind of failed it right there, but that's okay. Normally, if you pull that off just right, that flame won't hit you, which didn't hit us, which maybe I guess worked out. And just wait for him to shoot. Well, first, get ahead of myself. Kill as many goblins as possible on the other side from here. That way, you don't have to worry about the boss shooting you at all. You have a perfect amount of cover. And then once they're dead, or most of them are dead, you might get one or two stragglers hiding behind stuff. Wait for the boss to shoot. As soon as he shoots, then run and jump to the other side. That way, he's only maybe going to hit you one time. After that, go ahead and just kneel behind this thing. The boss won't shoot you. You can just sit at the very top of the platform and then power ammo him down again. Just make sure you don't get him too far down to the point where his head pops off. If you're doing the just the regular completion, especially don't do that if you're going for the 100,000. That one will hurt a lot because he still comes out of the shielded area with immunity, which I don't understand that at all. So that's still a little bug or glitch, whatever you want to call it. So be very careful of his putting his health down for this second wave. What you want to do here, there is one elite goblin. Take him out. Make sure you get the Minotaur down as well from here. Just pretty much kill as much stuff as you can there. Be very careful with the boss. If you have to, wait for your health to come back before you start moving around. And then just do the same thing like we did before. Hide behind cover. And get this thing up. If you have to, get closer to the wall so you don't get by that flame like I was doing. Especially if you're going for 100,000 points, because obviously you're going to be taking more damage and doing less damage than I'm doing. And then once these guys spawn in, go ahead and make sure you kill the 2 Minotaurs first. Those are your first 2 priorities. I don't care if you're doing the 100,000 point completion or the just normal completion. Kill those guys first, because they are going to do a lot of damage to you. And then once you get everything else killed, just come running around here like so. And then you just sit on this platform. The boss will be shooting at the left side of that cover that we're in front of, or behind, whatever. And he won't be able to shoot you at all, which is great. And then once he is down, or the shield is down, he'll probably run, especially if you're using something like Whisper of the Worm or Sleeper Simulant, if you're doing 100,000. This is where you just want to cream the boss. You do not want ads spawning in. So kill this boss as quickly as possible. Which is why I say Whisper of the Worm, Sleeper Simulant are really good for this bit right here. And then that's going to do it for the video. So hopefully it helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Links to the other 2 Nightfalls in the description box down below. And as always, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an amazing week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.